Do you know where chocolate comes from? Well, it all starts with a marvelous tree called the cacao tree, which thrives in the lush tropical rainforests around the world. This tree produces large, oval-shaped pods, and it's inside these pods that the magic really happens. These pods are harvested, often by hand, and cracked open to reveal their treasure, the cacao seeds. These aren't just any seeds, though. They're what we call cocoa beans, and they're the heart and soul of every piece of chocolate you've ever enjoyed. But it's not as simple as just picking and eating. These cocoa beans have to go through a process that includes fermenting, drying, and roasting before they can become the chocolate we all know and love. And that's the story of how our beloved chocolate begins its journey. Not in a factory, but nestled within the pods of a cacao tree in the tropical rainforests. So, the journey of chocolate begins in the tropical rainforests with the cacao tree. Ever wondered how these cocoa beans turn into the delicious chocolate we love? Well, let's dive into the magical journey from bean to bar. First, the cocoa beans are harvested and go through a process called fermentation. This is where the beans are left to sit in the sun for a few days to develop their rich flavors. Next, they are dried to reduce their moisture content, and then it's time for roasting. Roasting brings out the chocolatey aroma we all know and adore. After roasting, the beans are ground up into a thick paste known as cocoa liquor. But don't be fooled by the name. There's no alcohol involved. This cocoa liquor is the base of all chocolate. Finally, the ground cocoa is mixed with other yummy ingredients like sugar and sometimes milk to make the chocolate we find in stores. The mixture is then poured into molds and cooled until it hardens. And voila! The cocoa beans have transformed into a delicious bar of chocolate. Did you know that chocolate has some surprising facts too? Let's dive into some of them. For starters, can you imagine using chocolate to buy things? Well, the ancient Mayans and Aztecs did just that. They used cocoa beans, the main ingredient in chocolate, as a form of currency. Now, here's a shocker. White chocolate isn't technically chocolate. Yes, you heard it right. It's because it doesn't contain any cocoa solids, only cocoa butter. So, even though it's called chocolate, it's sort of an imposter in the chocolate family. And here's one more for the road. Did you know that chocolate was once considered more precious than gold? That's right. In the 16th century, people valued it more than the shiny precious metal. So, next time you take a bite of your chocolate, remember the fascinating journey it's been on.